When Rigathi went to Nakuru, he made sure to deal with Susan Kihika properly. Just listening to this.
Harambe! Mimi nataka watu ya Nakuru tukubaliane. Huyu Susan Kihika akuwe one. Huyu Susan Kihika akuwe nini? Susan Kihika atakuwa? Wangapi wanasema Susan Kihika ni one term. Wewe Susan Kihika, uende Sugoi ukakae huko na William Ruto. Wewe, hata mimi nikitetea Wakikuyu, unasema mimi ni mkabila. Kwani wewe ni kabila gani? Hii Wakikuyu nataka watetewe na nani? Wewe watu wetu wakiumizwa, kazi yako ni kupigia Ruto makofi.
And here is Susan Kihika's rebuttal on X, and I quote, "Whom the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. Mr. Gachagua, you're losing it. My spouse clearly lives rent-free in your head. It is because he refused to be blackmailed and extorted by you for a protection fee like you do to other Mlima businessmen. Didn't you have him do business with your son? Didn't you call him to partner with you for importation of sugar and he declined? That you now want to come here and act brand new? Let me stop there, but know that you can't intimidate us and there is a lot more where that came from. What are you so afraid of that you seem to be chasing your shadow? You came to Kinamba, Naivasha yesterday, 90% of your speech was insulting my spouse, and you didn't even give a single agenda on what you do for the country should you ever be elected. Though we all know you can't even run due to that small issue of impeachment. Now you run around crying wolf. What are you really afraid of? For the avoidance of doubt, let me repeat what I said about your visit to Nakuru. You, like any other person, are welcome to come to Nakuru anytime. However, your hobby of incitement and bad manners should be checked at the county's entrance. We are a cosmopolitan county and don't entertain small-minded tribal bigots. Umezidi. Quite a wordy response. Now in this video I want us to look at some of the reasons why the two are actively beefing. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, the main issue Gachagua has with Susan Kihika is the very idea that she's an elected governor, yet the Nakuru County commander is taking orders from her unelected husband. Not my words, just listening to this.
Mimi nataka niulize Inspector General wa Police Douglas Kaja. We came to see you katika Jogoo House. Na ukatuhakikishia with your two deputies and other senior officers ya kwamba polisi hawataingilia kazi ya siasa na hawatazuia mtu yeyote kutembea katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Lakini hapa Nakuru, it looks like the county commander reports to Susan Kihika and her husband. Wewe Kaja, if you have no control over the county commander of Nakuru, anachukua amri kutoka kwa watu ya raia. You have no business being the head of the National Police Service. You should pack your bags, now resign, now uende nyumbani.
I think it's the exact same problem we had in Meru, whereby Governor Kawira's husband, Murega Baichu, was in some way influencing the decisions of the wife. In fact, it was one of the charges brought against them in the Senate. So moving forward, and this is usually the problem if the lady is the one elected. You find that she is the one that people entrust, she's the one that people are looking to for leadership, but the gentleman wants to somehow sneak in and also influence policy. That is very wrong. If Ruto is elected, Rachel Ruto can do her own thing to the side that has nothing to deal with politics. The same way Rigathi plays his politics, Pastor Dorcas does her own thing touching on religion. That is how it should be. So the fact that Rigathi feels Mr. Sam is involved in the politics of Nakuru and him getting barricades and so on and so forth is partly why he has a very big problem with this governor. Now the second issue Rigathi has with Kihika is the use of goons. At some point last year they sought to finish Senator Methu, and later on when Gachagua visited the same area, it was the same nonsense on repeat. Although the only problem for them is that the G in Rigathi stands for gangster. And I guess they effed around and found out just listening to this.
Mimi nimefika hapa Gilgil, nilituma Senator Methu hapa. Huyu Governor Kihika akatuma wakora akampiga mawe. Si ndio? Leo walikuwa wametuma wahuni hapa waharibu mkutano ya Rigathi, mkawafukuza. Nataka niseme asante vijana nataka niseme asante. Mimi niseme hapa Nakuru mwenye kusema ni Rigathi si Rigathi. Ate huyu governor anasema ati nisikuja Gilgil. Huyu governor ni one term si one term. Huyu governor Kihika ni one term si one term. Huyu governor Kihika ni one term si one term. Wagabu wanasema Kihika aende.
You know, I find this to be a bit sad, considering initially I used to be a very big fan of Governor Kihika. I felt she was getting things right in Nakuru County. The rain started beating her the moment she was expectant, and she disappeared for quite an unprecedented amount of time, so much so that her own governor, Tabitha, started making noise about her absentia. And she came back to say that she cannot let these regular doctors see her naked. You know, that wasn't really a big issue, but it's the issue that brought the spotlight to her. You know, it usually starts na spotlight kumulikwa kwako. Hiyo wakati unamulikwa hakunanga kitu. But as the light is on you, now people start saying, hey, hold on, and this and that is not in order. Then the issue of Gachagua having to face goons in Nakuru, time and time again, each time they go there, is another misdemeanor that took from her percentage points. But when it's all said and done, here's what I can say to Susan Kihika. It's not too late. If she can swallow her pride, join DCP, she might survive. You know, she's coming from one of the cursed counties. There are 3, Nairobi, Nakuru, and Kiambu. Nobody has ever gone for 2 terms since the 2010 constitution. If she's the one to break the Houdini, she must do what others have never done before. Sever that uncouth tie to UDA. You know, her predecessor Lee, watu walihama Jubilee, amekwama na Jubilee na akaenda hivyo akaanguka kura. Had he just switched to UDA, angekuwa governor sahi. But anyway, things went well for him. He's a CS. We don't know for how long, but at least mambo yake iko haribika sana. If Kihika makes the same mistake and repeats what Lee did, watu wamehama UDA, yeye anakwama na UDA, ataenda nyumbani. So please governor, do the right thing. Hama hiyo UDA, even if you can't do it now because there's roads unataka ijengwe, ni sawa, wewe cheza siasa yako, but in due time, move from that camp. You know, when I look at this UDA list, na wale viongozi wako pale, some are so brilliant. Na unaona tu huyu mtu anaenda kuanguka kura. Juu ya kiburi, juu amefungwa macho ama ni nini, anakwama tu na hii UDA ya Kasongo. Kwama na hiyo UDA if you're a Kale. Sababu uko nyumbani, hiyo ndo chama inasema itakusaidia. But if you're coming from Mlima Kenya region, what are you doing? What is the end goal? So wale viongozi mnatazama, najua mumesikia. Switch your allegiance while it matters. Don't wait for disaster to hit your doorstep. Now, at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. If you're looking to import clean cars from Japan, UK, Thailand, Australia, or South Africa, look no farther from Manani Imports. We're talking 15 years in the game with thousands of positive reviews. Now here's the interesting bit. Manani Imports have experts who will carefully load your car into a sealed container, receive it at the port, counter-check quality, and ultimately deliver to your doorstep. Customer service can't get any better than this, and guess what? It's all at an affordable rate. To get started on your journey to own a clean automobile, call or WhatsApp Manani Imports at 0793 687 678 or visit their social handles on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Manani Imports. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.